Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Good morning, Happy Catty Crypto here. So really sorry about yesterday. I actually myself got rushed to hospital when I had to get some injections in my lower spine. It's a long story, but I'm back, I'm here, and the news is currently looking really good in the broader perspective of things, because the video I'm going to show you shows what happens to people who are actually, 100% have done something wrong. And justice catches up with the correct people, and it catches up with the right people. So let's jump over to this video from Watcher Guru, wherever they got it from. And as you can see, SBF is in handcuffs and being transported into police custody. And this is in the Bahamas.
Anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, how do I tie shoelaces? But anyway, so this is a good sign for the crypto community, because it shows that people that do wrong and invest money that's not theirs and do bad things, justice gets them. And this is good for crypto in general. So going back over to crypto bubbles, you can see that the market in itself is looking good. And this is on the day currently. So if we set this to the week, we can get a better image of as to what's going on. And crypto bubbles is really good for this. So you can see that some things are up, some things are down. Market's a little bit unsure of itself, but nobody ever knows what's going to spark the bull run. But the tweets that CZ has been putting out recently, and him being such a big aspect of crypto, kind of having a cult following in himself, saying that things seem to have stabilized. Yesterday was not the highest withdrawals we processed, not even in the top 5. We processed more during the Lunar or FTX crashes. Now deposits are coming back in. And these are really good signs for crypto in general, along with SBF now being dealt with, and the likelihood that he is actually responsible for what actually happened with everything. And now people are actually pointing the finger at Fatman, and Fatman's now under scrutiny. I actually saw, a few articles pointing the finger at him, saying, maybe he was possibly hired by SBF to not put the blame on FTX, but put the blame on Luna themselves. Whereas the audit's come out now. If you haven't seen the audit, it is out there. Do have a look at it. Do take a good read of it and understand what is happening. But this in itself, I see this as a positive thing for crypto. Yes, a lot of people have been damaged from the FTX crash, but ultimately we don't have to deal with this guy ever again. And it sends signals to anyone trying to attempt the same thing that you will be dealt with. And if you've done something wrong, the correct people will get you, whether you're in the Bahamas or if you're in the United States or wherever. They're going to make the effort to come and get you, because ultimately they're going to get good press from it. And it, everybody gets their own little kind of win from this. But for here in crypto, this is really good. So why is this also good for us? Well, for the simple fact that if Luna's seen in a better light, we will probably be seen in a better light, for the simple fact that we'll get dragged upwards with it. It's just the way that things work. We don't have a choice what drags us up or what doesn't drag us up. It just happens regardless of what your standpoint is and what you think. So here we have got, so it's still swirling for certain posts, which let me see if I can get it to, must be something wrong with their servers or something. But this article is pretty much saying about, Fatman and the whole situation surrounding that. And now you're seeing that person very quiet compared to how they were. But it's also this thing of, you can't farm off of negativity forever. Eventually that's going to dry up and your purpose has more or less been served, so to speak. But, he has probably caused so many people to, go one way, and now you're seeing a lot of people backtracking and having to kind of more or less eat their words. But for us, all we care about is the fact that we're not the ones branded with a red label at the top, whereas if you go to Luna, it's still branded with a red label, regardless of what that red label means. It doesn't send good signals to people, and we should be making the most of these opportunities as to which new people are going to want to get involved in crypto because it's moving upwards, as to which we need to try and capture as many of those people as we can. Shiba Inu is seen as a gateway crypto. A lot of people will agree with me on that, some people not so much, but ultimately it is seen as a gateway crypto, and it's got a lot of people involved in crypto in general. And once you make that first jump to a coin, you then start to learn more, because you're invested in something and you find it interesting, you want to know more, so you start to engage in different things like that. So new people joining the space, we are getting it, but as things start to move upwards, as the market starts to look more positive, and when people like CZBinance are putting out positive things about the market, improving their reserves and stuff, it's a really good look for the market, regardless of what's going on a global economic scale. There's always pumps out there, and it can just happen at any moment in time. No one can ever perfectly time it and sit there and say, I knew this was coming, I knew this was going to happen. It just doesn't work like that. Some people are really good at it. Yes, some people have got close, but no one can ultimately ever say, I knew this was all coming on this exact date, blah, 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 blah. So going back over to crypto bubbles, if we get that back to the day and we look at the day, it's just really looking really good right now. And I am recording this video, it's 10 to 6 here, so that I wouldn't think the perspective would have changed too much, but it's more or less looking nice. Little sea of green. I like to see a sea of green with crypto bubbles. Nice thing to wake up to, especially in these colder months. So we're halfway through Christmas, and if you don't know, we are doing our burn on Christmas Day. So when you wake up, we will be waking up and sending our monthly burn from the node through. And then next year in January, you'll also hopefully by then be generating some revenue from the letter burn channel, and we can decide what you guys want to do with that. A lot of comments on the video saying, you should stake it, you should create a wallet and just stake it and burn those rewards. That would be much more feasible, and I totally get that. So we're probably going to put it to a vote in the group as to just see what everybody kind of thinks, and then I'll run a poll on both channels as well in the community hubs, and we'll try and get a definitive answer as to what to do with the letter burn channel's revenue, so we can move forward as a community and have good things to huddle around, right? Because everybody wants to see more coins burn, regardless of how you're burning them. People just like to see them burn. It's a good thing, and it's a good thing to keep people warm and huddled and in the same state of mind, so to speak. And it makes people feel not so much wanted, but they're like, people are doing stuff. We can see them burning, we can see them building, and it relays a better image overall to people on the outside, and then also people on the inside too. Hopefully the infighting is going to start dying down, and we can really start moving forward as a community, as one, as a whole, because there's so many weird doxing things going on at the moment and all that kind of stuff. It just needs to stop, because infighting's never going to get us anywhere. It's only going to keep us in limbo, and eventually people will get tired and they'll just move off to other places. So it's imperative that we begin to move forward as a community. Folks, a few videos coming out today on proposals and stuff like that. Stay tuned. Other than that, have a really nice morning wherever you are. Beware of scammers, doppelgangers, anybody pretending to be me, or the Happy Catty Crypto channel. None of this is financial advice, and I'll catch you in the next one.